Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Titus, and in this video I'm going to do another hotel or accommodation review, which is this Renaissance Nusa Dua in Bali. Today I'm taking you on a tour of this luxurious resort nestled in the heart of Bali's beautiful Nusa Dua. Whether you're looking for a relaxing getaway or an adventurous escape, this place has something for everyone, and it is a kid and family friendly accommodation. From its breathtaking architecture and elegant interiors to its world-class amenities and exceptional service, Renaissance Dua Bali promises an unforgettable stay. Stick around as I explore everything in this amazing resort has to offer and share my personal experience with you. So let's dive right in and discover what makes Renaissance Nusa Dua Bali the perfect destination for your next vacation. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel and accommodation reviews. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about is related to the booking process. So because we are from Australia, we had booked through Jetstar via their holiday accommodation package, which is really quite a combo deal with what we got. One of the really good things about this accommodation is that often kids would stay for free as well as eat for free if you include that in your selection. Now, upon arrival, the check-in is usually at 3 p.m. Our flight came quite late at 6 p.m. as per scheduled. Therefore, we were already ready to go to our room once we arrived here. When you do check out is usually at 12 p.m., which is quite late, which is really good for accommodation. That means that you can still sleep in on the day that you're actually flying out as well. So if you wanted a late checkout, it's good to actually request for it as well. We were supposed to leave at 12 p.m., but because our flight and also car ride was coming at 4:30 p.m. we requested for a room, and fortunately enough it's air conditioned and they got us one. And look at this, exact same accommodation, except it's another one that's available right now. In relation to the room that we got, so the room that we got is a deluxe twin balcony with an overlooking view to the pool with double bed. We were very fortunate enough that they gave us 3 beds in total. Now, some of the key highlights that I really like about this particular place is that instead of getting 2 key cards for adults, we ended up getting 3. And that just means that we are able to leave one of the key card to ensure that there's air conditioning throughout the day. We also have the privilege of getting free bottled waters anytime we need. And if you are traveling to any Asian countries that doesn't have a drinkable tap water, that is a convenience that you would really want instead of buying tons and tons of water bottles, which could cost you a lot. So we saved quite a lot of money because they provided us bottled water as we're running out as we go. Another thing that we really like about this accommodation is the fact that if you request for a higher floor, that they actually have an elevator. And elevators isn't always a commodity in places that you might go and visit. However, here, because it's almost close to like a 5-star kind of accommodation, they do have an elevator, which is really a benefit. Another thing that we really like about this place is that the room is super spacious. So again, in other places you might not get a spacious area, but this one has enough space. They also have a very large tub, although we would have liked a little bit of privacy in that. But I think the reason why they have opened it up with a curtain just in between the actual room itself and the bathtub is to actually give this impression of an open area kind of space, which kind of works well either way. Plus, if you do have a kid that's actually bathing in the bathtub, at least you can monitor them as well and just pull up, open the curtain if required and needed. Well, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the amenities of this place. And the amenities of this place, when you list it down, can be endless. And I'm probably not even exploring everything that I'm going to mention here. These are just some of the things that we have seen. So one of them is the massive lobby to hang out in, We've also got 4 different restaurants which you guys are able to have a look at. So in the morning, there's 2 areas for breakfast, and then for lunch and dinner option, you've got another 2 areas on top of the other 2 that I just mentioned as well. They also have 4 different pools here as well. So you've got 1 lap pool, 1 general pool, 1 feature pool, 1 kids pool, and on top of that, okay, 5 and 6 actually, is you've got a jacuzzi in each of the areas for male and female as well, which is very convenient. Plus, they also have sauna. They have a dry sauna, they have a wet sauna in their fitness center. So that's another thing. In their fitness center, they do have a gym, a spa, as well as a salon. Another thing that they have here is they have free buggies that you're able to use to travel around the accommodation because it's quite big. Okay, so all you have to do is go to the lobby and request for one if you need one. Other bonus things here is that every single day they have timed activities for different things. You've got something for adults, for kids. There's also a specific kids play area where they have delegated teachers as well as facilitators to run the activities and actually monitor your kids if that's something that you'd like. So it's pretty safe. And because this place is quite exclusive, away from a lot of things, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it just also means that it's a lot quieter and safer from any external intruders that may come in. The thing that we really love about this place as well is the fact that they have a free shuttle that takes you to the shops, as well as the private beach that they have. There's a section in the beach where it's just specifically for them, and they do provide an area and umbrella for you guys to just rest on. Also, another bonus thing here is that they actually provide free umbrellas as well, considering that it can be really hot. And if you are from Asia or an Asian and you want to avoid sunburn, then having an umbrella that you're able to borrow for free is a convenience that is really something that we appreciate. Alright, now talking about the dining options. I did mention before that they do have 4 different sections of restaurants that we are aware of. But the other thing that I really want to make mention of is their buffet breakfast. Okay, so I want to highlight this particular selection that they have because they have such a vast amount of buffet breakfast selection that you will not get bored looking around every single day. We have been here for about 6 days now as I'm filming this, and because we've been here for quite a while now, they also opened up and offered their a la carte menu, which is for free as well, which we're very, very happy about. The other bonus thing as well, if you like drinking coffee, is that they make barista made coffee here as well. And there's also something for kids. So if you want latte, cappuccino, iced coffee, iced chocolate, whatever it is that you like that usually in a Western country you would have, you can actually get that for free as part of your breakfast as well. So it's super duper worth it, and I would highly recommend that you get the buffet breakfast option if you do book this accommodation. Alright, the next section I want to talk about is in terms of customer service, and their customer service here is exceptionally very well. Okay, so firstly, commonly if you go to Bali, everywhere you go, everyone's got a smile on their face, which is really nice. But something that we really appreciate, where someone went over and above, is the site manager called Lalita, who was working here one afternoon, and there happened to be a maintenance issue that happened, and there were brown water coming out of the warm water, so we ended up using the cold water. Okay, even though it's cold, it's not really that cold. It's still slightly warm, and it's kind of good for your sunburn anyway. Sorry, going on a tangent there. So long story cut short, they were very apologetic towards it, and guess what? They offered us a free upgrade to an executive room. However, that particular executive room, even though it was quite spacious, only had one bed, and we kind of wanted more than just one bed, or at least two anyway, so that our daughter has somewhere to sleep in while me and my wife are in the other bed. So we didn't end up getting that. However, the other incentive that she gave us was a free high tea for both me and my wife, and also my child as well. Which is something really, really nice. So if you have an issue with any of your clients, if you're a business owner, this is something to really highly mitigate that issue that was had and to turn it into something really positive. And we're really glad that they offered that to us. So for customer service, I would say exceptional in terms of their response whenever you're ordering something for customer service, asking for another bottle, tissue, whatever. Within 5 minutes, we found they're already there, ringing the doorbell, ready to attend to your needs. So in terms of convenience, customer service, I would really recommend this place, plus. Alright, now next thing I want to talk about here is the local attractions. So unlike other places where you might go to, like for example, Ubud, Ligian, Kuta, Jimbaran, and all of that, there isn't too much things to see here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. They do have the Nusa Dua beach. However, it's really important for, I guess, an individual to acknowledge what type of area you're looking for. So if you want your sleep and you want somewhere quieter, you want somewhere peaceful, you want somewhere that's safe, that's here. But if you want something where you want to go party, have fun, lots of activities and everything, not that there isn't lots of activities here, you might find somewhere else, but I would highly recommend this place for someone who's got a family. Okay, so now that we have a 3-year-old daughter, we really appreciate this place because of what it has. And even if you're literally not doing any tours, there's still a lot of things to do in here. If you do want to get tours, I would really recommend getting a private driver, and you can get them for around 500k to 600k IDR, which is really cheap. It's about $50 to $60 Australian dollars if you are traveling from Australia. But there are shops around, there's a local market, there's the beach, and there's tons and tons of things to see anywhere and everywhere. You've also got areas if you want to get a massage, eat out, and things like that. Plus, another thing that's really good about this place is that you can access Grab Eats as well. Okay, so if you want to order somewhere outside, just have them delivered in here. It's usually much cheaper outside anyway. Now, the thing that I want to talk about as well is obviously, even though there's a lot of positive, there are cons. Okay, so the number one con, which isn't super massive, and I get why they have to do it, is a 20% surcharge that they have on room service. I know it's quite a lot, but it's probably because of convenience, and also just the fact that you're not going to the restaurant and they have to collect it, wash it, and all that stuff. So I don't know if that's really justified, but if you like room service and are rich enough to pay for that, why not? Their food selection is not that expensive, if anything, considering you're in Bali. So it might be worth it if you want that. Other con as well, which again, living in an Asian country that I would have liked, is the fact that they don't really have a bidet on their other deluxe rooms. In the executive room, which we kindly and politely rejected because it wasn't suitable for us, they actually did have a bidet, which it was a shame that their normal toilet here doesn't have a bidet. Nevertheless, it's still a really good toilet, but that's just a bonus that would have been nice. And then the other thing that I talked about as well is the fact that their bathtub here is in an open space with just a curtain to brim across if ever you need a little bit of privacy. But again, it's got its pros and cons in terms of if your kids are bathing in there, at least you can monitor them in an open area. And then the last con, which again isn't really big, is that if you leave food lying around, you will have micro ants. And when I say micro ants, you can barely see them unless you have really good eyes, and they barely bother you if anything. So I think it was only once or twice that we found them when we left the food inside of our room. So just make sure that you don't leave any food lying around, and if you want to store food in your room, make sure that you use their fridge. Other improvements that we would have liked as well is we would have liked their kids area, or kids pool rather, to have a little bit more of things to do. For example, maybe more slides, maybe more water activities and things like that, because the kids pool is quite basic. Another improvement that I would have loved to have is if they had an indoor pool, or if their outdoor pool had shades on them, because in the afternoon it's often really hot. There is a specific lap pool which does have a little bit of shade midday, but it would have been nice if they have big shaded area on their pool, because they're just so beautiful to not be using during daytime as well. Alright, now final thoughts in relation to this accommodation is that we really love this place. We would highly recommend it. We love the fact that it's quiet, there's less noise pollution. Even though there's music outside every now and then, the windows and doors are really thick, so you can barely hear anything. There's tons of activities that you could do here. They have excellent customer service, which is really a big plus. During their buffet breakfast or even lunch and dinner options, if you want, they have vast selection of food that you're able to get, and their quality food as well. The other thing as well is that there's really nice views here. There's even a section that can actually oversee the ocean, which is really nice. And it's really breezy because it's almost nestled on top of a mountain. So there's always constant breeze going in, and even though it's a tropical country, it's super duper comfortable. So if you have found that beneficial and useful, can I please ask you guys to please like this video? If you want to see me make more videos like this, please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye and God bless.